Is it working? Whoa, weird. It wasn't working there, guys. All right, so it's working now. Very nice. All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? Did it not take my thumbnail? I don't think it took my thumbnail. So we were having technical issues there. Hold on, let me hit cancel on this. What should today's title be? Let's see. Opening Pokemon cards. No, let's say opening up a government Pokemon card store. I feel like it's a funny title to me, but actually some people might find it annoying. How about trading my Pokemon cards for an LA10? There you go. I like that one. Live card shop. I deserve an LA10. We're going to hit save on that. Did you see that Pokemon book I posted in Show and Tell? I did not see that. Sorry. I've been hanging out with Cares today. We're talking about our weekend plans. Do you guys have plans for the weekend? Let's see. Is Mike's side here? Is he working on the thumbnail? The thumbnail didn't upload this time. There was something wrong with the stream. It wouldn't... It was weird. It would only start the stream as like a schedule. It wouldn't actually start the stream. All right, I'll save that. Let's go ahead and move in here. We'll manually up. Okay, Mike's side's here. Perfect. I'll hit refresh on this. I was hoping you'd be here. How's it going, Mr. Mike's side? While we're waiting on that, let's get this activated. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Maybe their app got like updated or something. We'll hit save. All right, very good. So that's done. What's next? We're going to close this. Okay. High yield checking is here. Robinhood banking. 3.5%. You know, I heard that Elon Musk is starting his own payment system. Elon Musk. Money account. Let's look that up. He's launching X Money, an invite-only financial service featuring a digital wallet, peer-to-peer payments, and X-branded Visa debit card. Yield and cashback. Offers 6% yield on deposits. Wow. I might have to get that because that's the highest in the market that I know of. 6%. Restricted strictly to invite-only rollout phases for paying X Premium and Premium Plus subscribers. I'd like that, man. 6% yield is unsustainable. It doesn't even make sense. Like, how is he doing that? I don't know. He probably just losing money on it and advertising it for attention, because I don't see how it works any other way. Like, here's Robinhood. They're offering 3.5%. Now that sounds correct. I don't understand how Elon Musk can offer 6%. It just doesn't make sense. But okay. Let's see. I'm going to close this. What are we working on here? Let's go ahead and get the stream set up, shall we? So today we have the Rocket Pack Split, another vintage pack split. These have been moving, guys. Hey, that's me. These have been moving. The other thing that's moving, not yet, is the Storm Emeralda box break. We have a box break for Storm Emeralda. It's a pre-order box break. So if you're wanting some Emeralda, you want to spend your money toward it, there we go. You can jump into this box break and one person will pull a whole box for $40. All right, have we pinged? Let me go ahead and ping. We're going live for Thursday day. Starting a little bit late. That means it's going to be a 2-hour stream. All right. So tomorrow for Friday, Karis has an IVF meeting, and it's kind of later in the day. And so I'm thinking, instead of canceling the stream, the daytime stream tomorrow, what we might do is have a very early stream. So that's what we might do. We might have the stream start, I don't know. We might have the stream start at like 1-ish and end by like 3 p.m.-ish. And then I got to go, okay? So she's doing her IVF, and there's a lot of doctor meetings. And I'm going to be going with her this time. And, yep, that's just how it is. I can't skip that, you know? All right, let's see. It's just what you got to do. Let's jump over here and share the website. We are. When is Mr. Not Late? Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm always late, I'm not late. That's just the start time of the stream, you know? Mike's side is just going to see Zendaya. Hey, hey, what's up, Mr. Jeff? All right, we got to hit refresh over here. Good. Japanese Pokemon Storm Emeralda pre-order $8. So that's in the menu now. You can pre-order it if you wish. It is a little pricey, and we'll see if that changes. All right. It'll go down if I can restock it at a lower price. So that's how we get the price down. The ones I have today, they were all really expensive. Everyone's asking $1 million for this product. They really, really want you to pay a lot for it. I think it's a reflection of what the actual suppliers are feeling on the set. They're saying, hey, we don't want to sell this. We know this is good. I think the 25th anniversary pack is sold out. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the menu now. Let's see, 25th anniversary. Where'd it go? Pokemon Old. We should probably put it back up there, but if we do that, it's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm removing this. We're going to hit save. Actually, we could open another box. Seems like there's nothing wrong with that. Here's a guy selling it cheap ways. He sold out. How did he get his so cheap? He must be sourcing it differently. Yeah, those guys have it cheaper, huh? They must be sourcing it differently. Let me take a look at a different way to source the celebrations. Let's see. Let's look up a case of them real fast. I doubt there's a lot of cases left, but let's just take a look. When you getting in? Storm Emeralda looking really expensive, which I'm not crazy about. You know what? Me neither, but I'm going to say this. That Rayquaza looks insane. That's why. It's not like an accident. In fact, there hasn't even been a lot of people talking about it. Right? Like, until now, who was talking about Storm Emeralda? People were only talking about the 30th anniversary. Okay, so despite not being in the news as much, it's still expensive. So let me tell you something. That's a very bullish sign for the set. So if you're going to sit on your hands and go, oh, this will get cheap, you might be wrong. This might be like Blue Sky Stream. It never gets cheaper. This might be like Evolving Skies Rayquaza VMAX. It just goes up. So, you know, I'm a bit bearish on the 30th anniversary. You guys might have heard me talking down on it a couple times. This Rayquaza looks good. And if they don't print enough of it, it's going to get really expensive. We just don't know what they'll do, but that one's going to be one everyone wants. I can tell. It's just a very good looking card. Now, does that mean go crazy on it? No, not necessarily. It just means adjust your expectations, because I just don't think it's going to come in cheap. I just don't. I'm looking at it going, when will this ever be cheap? Well, it'll be cheap in a total Pokemon crash. So if there's a full Pokemon crash, then it will get cheap. But other than that, I just don't see how it gets cheap. Divided by 10, divided by 10. So it looks like we could do a case of the ETBs, huh? Celebrations, ETB, sealed. 320 is nuts for Japanese. It's unfortunate. I actually agree. You know, if you think it's too bad, just hold on to your dollars and say, nah, I'll wait for it to get cheaper. But man, if it doesn't get cheaper, it's going to be like, oops. You know what I mean? Again, it could get cheaper if the whole Pokemon market declines. So that's possible for the whole market to decline. All right, let's see what we got here. Meow, 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 meow. I like this music. I don't know what this is playing, but it's good. Oops. Divided by 10. So that's technically cheaper. But it's not a sealed case, huh? I'm looking around at celebrations trying to find out, you know, How do I get cheap celebrations in here? I'm praying for a full Pokemon crash. They do happen. I have a feeling Pokemon cards aren't going to crash the same way this time, because they already did crash one time and then it recovered. And I know how to fix this. We need to type in 25th. Here we go. So it already crashed one time, and then what happened? After the crash, it went to the mother freaking moon. And so I think that probably trained everyone to understand, hold on, a crash is just an opportunity. And so the next time it crashes, if it even does crash, I don't think you're going to be able to just waltz right in and get a nice cheap, you know, whatever, like a nice cheap Charizard, a nice cheap Umbreon. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you'll be surprised to learn that people just hold on to their items. And there'll be people, you know, kind of scavenging about going, ooh, maybe I can buy one of these. All right, let's see. I'm going to go buy this Celebrations from the 25th anniversary and have it come in real fast. So here, hopefully this is not a scam. Looks kind of scammy. All right, so we're going to have some more Celebrations on the way, and we'll have a price on that soon. All right, cool. I'm going to jump back to PayPal orders here. And it looks like we're just starting, guys. It looks like there's no orders in the queue so far. Mister, are you getting The Hobbit? I'm going to a pre-release event tomorrow. Yeah, actually. Let's see. I want to see the release date. Magic the Gathering, The Hobbit, Collector, Booster Box release. I remember we were waiting on that. So this comes out, release date, August 14th. Okay, so that's like in 2 weeks. And what about Star Trek? I heard there's a Star Trek. Is Star Trek not going to be like a full release? Oh no, here we go. November. Oh, that's a while from now. Okay, so we've got The Hobbit in August and Star Trek in November. That's a long wait, actually. All right, yeah, I'm definitely interested in The Hobbit for sure. I mean, it'll give us a chance to have cheaper cards because the old Lord of the Rings cards are really expensive now. I thought Star Trek was late November. Ugh. You're never going to be able to get a CGC Pristine 10 Ancient Mew for $500 again. Nope, nope. Did you buy one of those for me? Is that why you're saying that? We are. All right, oops. Yeah, my thoughts on the Storm Emeralda is that Rayquaza looks so good. I highly doubt that card is ever going to be quote-unquote cheap. You really think it's going to be cheap? You think that card's just going to, oh, nobody wants it. No, the moment that card is too cheap, somebody's going to be a buyer. Because one of my rules when it comes to buying Pokemon cards is if it looks good, it's going to be popular. That's all. A very simple rule. So we care about two figures. Is it rare? And is it beautiful? Those are the two things we care the most about. But I do when picking out cards. Is it beautiful? And it passes the beautiful question. So we go over here to Poke Beach. All right, we're going to take a quick look at it. Of course, the other cards in the set look really cool as well. So that helps. Like the Raikou looks really cool. And then here, can we click on this? All right, so check this out. Tell me that's not going to be crazy expensive over time. I mean, there's just not that many Rayquazas to choose from either. This is it. This is going to be crazy expensive. It's an artwork that kind of reminds me of like Crown Zenith, what they did with like the Giratina and all those. Just highly, highly detailed, right? So that card's not about to go down in price. And that's reflected in the unusually high box prices. I want a Rocket Pack for $300 like back in the day. Yeah, but Modern Pop are too high. Vintage is where it's at. Now, you do say that, but you know, people used to say that about Moonbreon. Remember when, so there was this really critical time in the Pokemon card hobby where Umbreon VMAX was like $800, $900. And everyone was going, how can that be so expensive? That's outrageous how expensive that is. And so everyone assumed that because of the high population, including myself, people assumed we were in the junk era, right? And that it was probably going to collapse down from 900, because 900 back then was a lot. It was. Okay, so now if we sort this by ended recent. So Moonbreon today, on July 29th, sells for $4,375. Unbelievable. With a population now of 21,000. So it used to have a population of 14,000. Now it's got a population of 21,000. Sells for more than ever. So the idea that, you know, a card can't go up because there are too many of it, it's probably possible. I think you would need a lot more in order for that to truly happen. But if the population's around 21,000, well, the card might be a $4,000 card. So, you know, we'll have to see what that Rayquaza is going for. And if it goes for a lot, then the pack price is what it's just reflecting how much people are willing to pay for that Rayquaza, you know? It's just how it is. If people are willing to pay 2, 3, 4,000 for that Rayquaza, well, then the pack price should be pretty high. Most people have common sense. We just have to use it. Well, some, you know, there's people who want to buy and hold that Rayquaza because it gives you a lot of power to hold it. You go, okay, I've got the Rayquaza. That means I can host the break on Rayquaza. I have the Rayquaza. That means I can host the mystery pack and make profit on the mystery pack. I hold the Rayquaza. I'm the one who can show it off on social media and get ad revenue from it and attention and subscribers. So that's what I've been talking about for a while now. It's like if you have the right items in your collection, it actually works for you. And it can't last, I guess. I mean, again, if they printed maybe like 100,000 of them, yeah, that's going to be a problem. But again, look at that Moonbreon at 21,000. PSA 10s, by the way. 21,000. And that doesn't include CGC, BGS, SGC, and anyone else. Tag, maybe. That doesn't include all of them. And yet it's still selling for 4.3. You know, like, how do you explain that? And it's because of this. Imagine all 5 of these cards right here are Moonbreon. Watch this. You go, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, and I got 5. You could just stack them. It takes nothing to stack cards. So nobody cares about, oh, well, everyone only needs 1 of them. No, if it was cheap enough, you'd own 5 of them. If Moonbreon was cheap enough, you'd just stack 5 in a row like this, easily. If Moonbreon was cheap enough, GameStop would buy 5 of them in a row because it needs them for the mystery packs, you know? And so it's this market that just keeps looping. People enjoy opening packs as a pastime. It's a pastime. It's entertainment. It's fun for them. So that's how I feel about it. That's my philosophy around it is it's just going to keep going unless the government says no more mystery packs, which it could. I haven't heard any legislation about that, but that's what I think will keep happening. I want pop 500 or lower. Otherwise, it's a belly button. Everyone has one. You're just not you're not imagining what could be, right? Like, let's say there's 20,000 Moonbreons. Well, in theory, one person could put together a lot of Moonbreons. Let me show you what that might look like, in fact. Let's see. So you can make them rare by simply having high enough demand. Like I said, you can simply stack 5 of them. So let me show you what that looks like, because I've done that with the card that I like, and I'm still buying it. One moment. This stupid app takes forever. Don't vote for Democrats. They don't want us to open Pokies. I heard this from a Democrat. What are you talking about? All right, so check it out, everybody. Check it out. So here it is. These are my staff Tyrannitars. And according to this, I already own 19 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 19 Tyrannitars. Those are the ones I have here in the vault. I have more over here with me at home. So I put 19 of them into the vault, and I have more, I have more over here. And I don't even show them off for sale. I'm not trying to sell them. And I'm probably just going to keep stacking it. And so this is how it works now. This is what happens next. You get a rare card or a beautiful card, and somebody with deep pockets is just going to buy it up. Everyone's not buying one of that card. And that's my point about the Moonbryon. Everyone's not buying one Moonbryon. If he gets cheap enough, somebody's buying 2 of them. Somebody's buying all of them if it gets cheap enough. And, you know, that's how it works now. Let's see, what's the pop on the Tyranitar? Well, let's see real fast. So here's one being sold by some dude. Let me make sure, pre-release staff. There it is, population 660. I like staff cards. They kind of remind me of, you know, the Gold Star era reverse holo stamp. See, it's got a little Destined Rivals stamp. Nice. I like them. So here, let's go ahead and buy it. I'm going to buy that one right now. And I'm going to send it to the PSA vault. Okay. And so, boom, got it. So I just bought that one for $500. Processing your payment. There it is. All right. And it's confirmed. Let's jump over here. All right. This doesn't show off anyone's private information, does it? I don't think so. But yeah, here it is. Can I click on this? You purchased this. All right. So there we go. And I could just keep going. I mean, it's not a very expensive card. Like Moonbryon's really expensive at 4,000, right? How many times 500 is that? That's like times 8. I can buy 8 Tyranitars for 4,000. And now I own probably like 24 of them. 660 is a population I could work with. Why have 10 of something if there's 20,000? Yeah, it's. I mean, you could argue 600 is a lot. Why not just buy poker cards? Because they're all pop like 20 or 30. You know, there's a mistake you're making in your logic or your reasoning where you're saying, well, the most important factor is actually the pop count, and that's just not true. Some people made phenomenal amounts of money owning, you know, Evolving Skies Altarts. So that's, you know, you could have bought like a vintage card that didn't go up very well, or you could have bought the way overpopulated Moonbryon, and the Moonbryon made you rich, right? A great example of that is the Evolving Skies booster boxes themselves. So you could have bought one of my favorite products of all time, vintage Team Rocket First Edition booster boxes for about $20,000. And now they're about 40, so they doubled. When the same time that doubled, the Evolving Skies booster boxes went from like, you know, $180 per box to like almost $3,000 per box. So you would have been way better off just strictly buying Evolving Skies, even if just to sell it later so that you could use the profits to go buy more Team Rocket boxes. But you're way better off holding the Evolving Skies. So this idea, this sort of like inflexibility, which is very dangerous. You have to be flexible and clever. The inflexibility is going to cause you to miss on something that's really nice. You have to place a bet on what you think has the potential to double faster. Or just invest in what you actually enjoy. I really like Destined Rivals, and I really like Tyranitar, and I really like staff cards. Actually, I have another staff card I bought a lot of that's already doing well. Here, let me see. I'll show that to you guys as well. Happy Thursday, by the way, guys. There's no orders in the queue. We got an open queue. We got a lot of breaks. We got the live customs. We got the Poke Shuffles. Is all ready to go. We are. All right, so check this out. So I don't have quite as many of these, but look, I've got 9 of the Gyarados. So I bought that's a pretty good chunk anyways. So I bought about 20 of the Tyranitars because I'm a Tyranitar fan, and about 9 of the Gyarados. I'm a Gyarados fan too. And I think I have some of those Gyarados over here as well. Now, here's what's interesting about the Gyarados. When I was buying him, I was buying him about the same price, $500, $600. And the Gyarados already has jumped. We are. Staff Gyarados. So, if we go by lowest price, yeah, a lot of them I was buying for about $500. So now the cheapest one is about $720. So this one's beating the Tyranitar. It's about $200 more expensive. But look, it's already up. It jumps to 1,000 pretty fast. And it's just a lovely card, isn't it? So there you have it. Did this guy have like a lower pop count? No, he's about exactly the same pop count. So they're hardly different from each other population-wise. That's what I'm doing. I'm buying very low pop cards. I'm not just in it for the money. I want rare cards. You can get a Moonbreon anytime, anywhere. Yeah, you could. It's one thing is true. You can get a Moonbreon anytime. That's correct. But you know what you can't get? You can't get a Moonbreon for $800 anymore. Because if you want one now, it's $4,000. Trust me, I've had the exact same reasoning you're having, where it's like the only thing I believe in is vintage. It's like, if that was true, what are all these modern purchases then? It is. All right, let's see. Here's Ghastly. Look at that. We have this jumbo pack break with some privacy packs in it. But you know what? I don't see as many people jumping in here. Maybe people don't want the pricey packs. Or maybe it's just a little slow. Actually, you know, when we make a jumbo pack, it doesn't always move super fast. Mr. The Lord of the Rings slab I'm trying to trade is tag 10. Destroy it. Yeah, let me take a look into that. I saw that message. I saw it right before we went live, so I didn't respond. Let's see. Destroy it. Lord of the Rings. Tops. All right, let's see. Do. All right. Let's see what Lord of the Rings Tops is doing right now in general. Let's just look at last sold. So the Lord of the Rings checklist card is doing very well. And then only 2 other cards sold, and they sold for a decent amount. But after that, there are no sales. Ooh, it's tricky, man. I might be interested in the deal. Let's see. What about lowest price? What's the lowest price on these? Yeah, I might be interested in that deal. Looks like they don't sell very often. Don't sleep on staff cards. And if the staff card is an OG Gen 1, it will skyrocket. Yeah, staff cards do get pretty expensive. They are kind of rare, kind of like promos in general. So there is a certain rarity to it. But, I mean, there are some other things involved that I really like there. It's Tyranitar. I love that Tyranitar artwork. And it's Gyarados. I like both of those things. So that's why you see me gobbling it up. You know, I'm a fan of them. I was looking at them going, this could get pretty expensive to acquire in the future because they just probably didn't print that much. I think it's time to pull some of these down. What do you guys think? Is it time to pull some of these down? Maybe I was hoping to list some on Feebay. Look at that Magmar, huh? Beautiful. Hey, what's up, Zenobius? What's up, man? There was a Charizard staff card once. Can't remember the set. Vivid Voltage. We do have an order now from Mr. Gregory Pablo. First order of the day. What's up, Gregory? Let's take a quick look. He says, can I get 2 of the Chinese Terror Festivals? You certainly can. Let's go grab them. So out of here, we're looking for the first person to pull the Sylveon Altart. There's our Sylveon exclusive. So if somebody pulls that, they get to go into the Hall of Fame. Can't remember if I bought 1 case of this or 2 cases of it. I wonder if I bought 2 cases. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Ivan? Here's this guy. And this guy. All right. So in these 2 packs, no crazy hit popping out. Here we are. Chinese Terror Festival. How much is the TCC slab you holding for me? I can send it. Oh, really? The TCC slab I'm holding for you. Oh, yeah. This guy right here. That's right. You mentioned that. The Latios. That's why he was sitting over there. I couldn't figure out why he was over there. And I was going to put him into the live customs. I actually forgot. I put him there for you. Here we are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only way to get a staff card besides third party is to be an LGS that has pre-release events, and then the store is only sent a couple. Yeah, exactly. So they're all the staff cards are strange and hard to acquire harder than, you know, just buying a booster pack and pulling the card out of a booster pack. Now, they're already expensive, so, you know, that, you know, how much they cost already reflects that. And the market is willing to pay like $600 for them, which is fine. One day the market might be willing to pay a little more, but it's going to take some time, you know. So maybe in 10 years, the market is willing to pay $2,000, $3,000 for them. But I'm just hoping they go up over time, and they're remembered fondly, nostalgically, and the fact that it's a Tyranitar and looks so nice. So I'm betting on the future of the Destined Rivals set. That and Prismatic and 151 and Ascended Heroes. Some of these sets are going to be remembered fondly over the next couple years. They're going to be remembered as like the Pokemon boom. And I'm just sort of betting on that rather than betting on the stock market, because I could have, whatever 24 Tyranitars and 13 Gyarados cost me, it could have all just gone in the stock market. All that could just be in the stock market, but instead it's in the PSA vault. And hopefully I don't die of a heart attack and PSA vault decides to keep it all. Ivan Rodriguez, he's the second order of today. Why, thank you very much. Here you go, Mr. Ivan. Welcome, guys, to the daytime stream. We're a Pokemon rip and ship store, and so the entertainment is brought to you by you guys. When you place an order, you entertain everybody. We have a bonus for first-time orders, a very generous bonus. We want to meet some new guys, Lucario and Riolu. Ooh. So here's the bonus for your first-time order. It's got to be a minimum $20. We had a new guy last night, and he came in and just, like, casually dropped, like, $370, I want to say. Damn, dude. Damn, I should have some bigger bonus cards. We are. Here's Coughing. Here's Hitmonlee. Here's Blastoise. Here's Magnemite. Look at that Magnemite. And here's Lucario. Wow, that Lucario is great from Crown Zenith. So is this base set pristine Magnemite. And the Blastoise that just came back. Look at that. Cardos Blastoise. Pretty fancy. Fancy schmancy. Hitmonlee. We got some good stuff here, man. Some actual pretty viable slab away cards. And actually, you know, I'm wondering if we've sort of reached a certain peak with pricing. So I've been deciding if I want to start reintroducing some potentially expensive slabaways to the table that have been pulled back. Oh, it might almost be time for that. You know, it would have been a bad idea to do that at the beginning of 2026, obviously. Here's Miss Kayla Taylor. She'll try an Impel Series 1 that has Cyclops. Yeah, I'm going to start keeping these next to me. You're buying a lot. All right, let's grab some of these. All right. So this is the Impel Marvel Series 1. We got a lot of them. Here you go. Mister will be able to afford a house on Mars. Definitely not. This is just a humble card store. The truth of the matter is, if I never invested into all those Pokemon cards today, I would probably be a pretty normal guy with like a decent income. It helps, of course, that I'm married and my wife works too, right? She does a job that pays well, so that helps a lot. But if I was just look, we're just selling a couple packs here. If I was just a guy running a Pokemon card shop, I'd just be a mostly ordinary guy. What makes me unique is the fact that I took massive risks on investing in Pokemon cards. So, like, for example, when you see me selling some of these cards here, well, I might have bought this guy years ago. I probably did. I probably bought him like multiple years ago. Same here. I bought a Magnemite back in like 2021. And he probably cost like nothing. And now I get to sell him for $300. So it was actually my trust that the card market that would go up, and then my focus on increasing my inventory with my profits. That is what has played out for me. Other than that, let's say I depended on the income of just selling modern cards, it would not be that good. Let's say I just had to make money selling you like Ascended Heroes and some of these other things, right? I just wouldn't make much. They don't make much. That's the truth. After, you know, scams and chargebacks and fraudulent credit cards, and after taxes take their cut, and, you know, we pay Mike's side, we pay Miss Alexis for helping, and, you know, once you take everything out, like processing fees, once you take everything out, I make a decent income. It's not bad. But it's, and by the way, and that's 7 years of work later, it's not bad. So it's not like you can just, you know, start up like that and just start selling a ton of packs. People got to trust you. You got to have a brand that people recognize. And that takes commitment. That takes like, it's like massive commitment, like signing up to go be a doctor or something like that. Like you need to commit your whole life to it. All right, here goes. And then people go, oh, yeah, I recognize that guy. He's been around for a while. Here's Black Cat. Ooh. So if I only made money from selling modern packs, I would just be making okay money. It wouldn't impress you. But you see me with like these vintage cards, it's like, well, yeah, I bought them when no one wanted them. And you see me with like XY era booster packs. Well, yeah, I bought them when no one believed in it. And stuff like that. That's where all the wealth has come from. Here's Red Skull. Here's all of the, or Fall of the Mutants. No Cyclops there. Punisher. Ooh. Lockheed Martin. Mr. Sinister. And Doc Ock. Doc Ock, you were once a brilliant scientist. Why did you turn to a life of crime? I thought it would be a good occupation. Oh my gosh. Mr. Cardboard Maxing. That's right, I had cardboard hands. That was the trick, actually. I actually think I'm in a similar category. Oh, here's a Cyclops. I think I'm in a similar category to guys who invested early into crypto. And so instead of doing crypto, I invested early into Pokemon cards. And there are guys who did even way better than me. Like, look at TCA Gaming. That guy was way deeper than me. He had cards like PSA 10 No Rarity Charizard. He has a PSA 10 First Edition Charizard, base set, Shadowless. He probably has just way more product than I do that he had already saved up, right? Or PokeRev, he started before I did too. He already owned, you know, a complete collection of every Pokemon box before I even got started. And so there are guys who are even way wealthier than I am. Or guys who have better systems. Maybe they actually receive pallets of booster boxes from distribution, and then they sell those pallets off to rip and shippers like me, right? So I'm actually lower down the hierarchy than some of these other guys who have been running card shops their whole lives already. So I just happen to take a very big risk on investing into Pokemon cards, and that risk was a good risk. All right, you ready? So that's what happened. That's how it played out for me. It was a good risk. And there's still time for that to reverse, actually. You know, so if the Pokemon card market were to crash in some kind of permanent way, all that would be reversed. Here it is. Then I would just, once again, go back to being kind of a guy doing kind of well with the YouTube channel. Let me ask you this. If you liquidated 90% of your collection, could you retire and live off of that? I probably could, but part of that's because I live in Missouri. So you can come out here and live in Missouri too. Would you like to? Missouri is cheap, man. Every now and then we show off houses for sale in Missouri. You can go to the St. Louis region and still buy a house for like $150,000. And it's, you know, it's got 2 bathrooms and a internet. Of course, you're not in the good part of town. There are houses much cheaper than that, but they're like total squalor, right? Like we're talking ran down nothings. But, you know, you go to like the St. Anne area. You go to the St. Anne area, you can get a house out there for like $150, and it's a decent little brick house, and it's pretty close to the city. And so, you know, if I were to sell all my cards and the real estate and then buy a little house, put everything in the stock market, I think the dividends would be enough. And Missouri's not expensive to live in at all. Like it's the food's cheaper, the gas is cheaper, services are cheaper, medicine is cheaper. Yeah, you could come out here and you'd make it. Let's see, that's insane for a 12-year-old. Some of these 12-year-olds doing really well. Keep an eye out for the Mega Evo Alakazam staff. Are you not entertained? Mr. probably has multiple million in slabs and sealed product. He could live the high life in San Diego just fine. Well, so that's a question. So here's what I don't know. Let's say I wanted to retire, which I don't. That's no way to live. Let's say I wanted to retire, and I sold 100% of my Pokemon card collection off to turn it into stocks, and then the stocks are purely passive, and I collect some kind of dividend check, right? Besides the fact that I would be bored witless, you know, because I would get bored. I'm a kind of person, by the way, who gets very bored. I get bored so fast, so strongly too. Maybe I have attention deficit disorder. I don't know, but I get bored terribly fast. Besides the fact that I'd be twiddling my thumbs on the beach going, wow, this is stupid. What would be better? That stock dividend check or just sitting on all the cards and just selling one when I need money? Which one goes up faster is the question. The stock market or the Pokemon cards? Well, obviously, I still believe it's the Pokemon cards because I haven't sold them, have I? Yeah, I actually still believe these beat the stock market. So there's no reason to liquidate ever. You just hold them forever. Look at these. Aren't these cool? I love looking at those. All right, you know, it's just, why would I even sell them? It just doesn't make sense. They're going to beat the stock market every time, probably, in my opinion. All right, so thank you, Miss Kayla. And you may disagree with me. You may think that the stock market is better. It's not bad, though, by the way. Stock market's pretty cool. I like it. Mr. Asmer Ahmed, he says, one Unleashed, one Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's get it. All right, so the Unleashed is over here. Very good, Mr. Asmer. How's CGC been for you this month? We got one return back, but it was the upgrade return where they upgrade your blue labels to these labels. So those came back pretty reasonably fast. Now, as for their bulk submissions, those may take 6 months to come back. Who knows? And so we may not see those cards coming back anytime soon. Lucky for us, we do still have these tag submissions, and I'm praying to God that they get these done pretty soon. I have one from March. I have one from March, and now we're entering August. How much longer can it take? You know, like, they can't indefinitely hold my cards, can they? Well, they can. I just hope they're not going to do that. All right, Jujutsu Kaisen, let's get it, baby. Oh, yeah. You're supposed to pick the pack with the Cyclops. You did get a Cyclops, just not the one you were looking for. But you did pull one. Did you see that? Let me show that off again. So here he is right here. That's vintage Cyclops. Check that out. And he's fighting Magneto or something. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. And look, he's featured up here too. But yeah, you're right. I didn't pull like the main Cyclops card. You know what you need to do, Kayla? You need to keep trying until you pull the Cyclops and have them grade 10 too. That would be amazing. The bad thing about the bulk grading too is you can't declare a value over 500 before sending it off. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so I need to get a bonus SGC submission out so that I'm in queue for an SGC return in the future. And what's the purpose of this? The purpose of this is to diversify who's working on my cards in order to give me a better chance of having anything to sell you guys later. Anything. We've got to have something to sell. Here's Megumi Fushiguro. I sent my Charizard in for single grading. I will see how it comes back. When you have a chance, can you answer my last question? Does a pristine CGC equal a BGS black label? Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. No. They're closer to like a PSA 10. BGS black label's on a whole nother level. It's, I mean, CGC Pristine 10's not even equivalent to a BGS Pristine 10. The BGS Pristine 10 is way harder to get. Yeah, so BGS is above CGC Pristine. It's above PSA 10. It's outrageous. It's like near impossible. Pristine 10 BGS is impossible enough. And then imagine you need it to be even better to get the black label. So it's just outrageously rare. Here it is. Why do you think those black labels sell for like 10 times the PSA price? Is it because people just love giving up all their money? No, it's because over time people have graded with BGS and they've kind of internalized how impossible the black labels are. So they go, whoa, I send in 500 cards and maybe one of them, maybe, gets a black label. And then they go, okay, those things are crazy rare. Thank you so much for the order. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I'm over here living my Poke dreams, and you guys made it possible. I want to thank you all for that. And my job is to help you guys out too. So we're trying to, what I'm trying to do is host stuff that I think might be good for you guys. So we got this, we might pull this one down. There's not enough interest, but we got this vintage, Team Rocket pack split. Okay, solid. And then we've got this guy over here. Now I think this one's going to perform really well. That's why he's a break. Look at this. Black Star Promo Snorlax. He's going to have a lower population because they're not going to reprint him over and over again like they did everything else. He's a promo, so he doesn't get reprinted. So he's going to be a nice Snorlax with the lower pop. Oh, speaking of which, I think I have some cards to price up that just came in the mail. So, but this guy's halfway done. So what I try to do is curate some breaks for you guys. Here's another cool one. Check this out. So One Piece. Now, this one's only $25 to jump in, just like the live customs. I'm testing that out. I don't know how popular it's going to be. But this one's just $25. You can take 2 spots if you want a better odds, and then it's $50, closer to 40, right? Just like normal. OP9, 001, PSA Magazine promo. So here is a nice one-piece promo of Shanks from the year 2025. Really cool. Here's another one. So I think that a lot of people overlook the Mario cards. Mario is a desirable brand. Here we have a 2015 Joker Bowser, and it's now 3 out of 9. And the buy-in is only $30. So again, it's cheaper than the typical $40 buy-in. I can't figure out if people care about the buy-in. I think they do. So I don't know if 25 and 30 helps, or if you guys prefer to stick to 40. I kind of like 40. You know why I like 40? Because it reduces the number of spots in the break. So I've always preferred 40. But, you know, there's like a price pain point. You guys might like that. I might not like that. So over here is Psychic King Tyranitar, another card that's going to remain rare because they printed this before the Pokemon boom, and then he became out of print. So this card right here is already 10 years old, and all right, I won't lie, it's Tyranitar because I like Tyranitar, but a lot of people like Tyranitar. He's generally one of those more desirable Pokemon, and look at the nice black color on the card. Look at this, 5 dark energies. So they don't do this anymore. They don't do like the black and red. Look at how cool that is. They don't do those colors anymore. Now they have like a light, no, like a dark blue for dark type. I hate that. I hate the new coloring for dark type. But back then, they used to still run the color black on the dark types. Super cool. Recently graded, by the way. Look at that recent cert. So that's nice. So you know it's a high quality 10 as well. So I try to curate these things for you guys. The stuff that goes into the Poke Shuffles and the live customs is just whatever fits in the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. But what you're looking at right in front of you, these are 3 quality cards that if you were to pull it, go put it in your collection, keep it there, and potentially watch it grow in price. I can't guarantee that, but do I have this in my collection? Yeah, I got like 5 of them. Do I have this in my collection? I think I got like 2 of those. And then do I have this Bowser? I have a lot of this Bowser. I'm a big fan of that Bowser. So and those are not mistakes. Those are bets I'm placing, and I want you to place the same bet with me and see where it goes. Because, you know, not everything works out, but a lot of things do work out. Look at this. Not everything turns into a massive hit. Where did I put these after we found them? Where did I put these? Here they are. Was it just the 4 of them? I thought there were more. So we get these Marvel packs, huh? Thought there were more of these somewhere. Hey, what's up, Mr. CS Man? You think vintage 10s are best holds? I think they're pretty unacquirable now. So, for example, I'm not going to buy another Legendary Collection Charizard because I'm not going to manage to put together, you know, $100,000. That's why. So I'm not going to be able to acquire. I'm not like a rich guy with the silver spoon where his daddy's, you know, leaving $4 million, $5 million, $10 million behind. So some guys have that in the world, and those guys can buy that Charizard all year long if they wish. But I'm definitely not doing that. So I'm more like a guy who came out of, you know, the lower class. So am I buying another one of those? No. But would I buy another vintage Charizard if it was like a PSA 9, PSA 8, PSA 7? Maybe. But you also don't see me doing that. That's not my buying pattern. You guys want to see my buying pattern? I know you guys must be somewhat curious. Okay, I just got the Team Rocket Tyranitar Destin Rivals staff card. I just picked up Vivid Voltage Charizard. He's being added into inventory because I believe that one has a lot of potential. Yeah, you guys want to see that? It's this reverse hollow Vivid Voltage Charizard. Actually, I think we're going to host a break on that in the future. You see me picking up a couple vintage packs for splits because we're seeing movement on the splits. One of the ways I restock cards, I just restock whatever you guys like. So if you buy a lot of modern, I'm going to restock a lot of modern. If you buy a lot of vintage, I'm going to restock vintage. So I just go with the flow a bit. Oh, the Amiibo packs came in and I didn't price them. We need to get those. Oh, shoot. Okay, we have another product to add to the menu. So give me a minute. I'm going to add those to the menu now. But okay, let me continue here. So 2 things you actually see me purchase are the Topps Chrome cards. So I don't know if you guys ever think about buying Chrome, or I'm sorry, Topps Pokemon. But I've been buying Topps Pokemon for years. So I just bought this one. And so that's a Topps Scyther. And I believe he's from Series 2, which is more rare than Series 1. And so you see me buying Topps cards. And you actually, it's funny, CS-Man's right here. You were buying a Topps card from me as well. So yeah, I mean, CS-Man, you bought a Topps card, and look at me, I'm also buying Topps cards. So if you look at this one, I paid over $2,000 for that one. So there's a Gyarados. And trust me, if there was a Series 1 Gyarados and he was affordable, or I guess he wouldn't be Series 1, would he? He'd be Series 3. If there was a Series 3 Gyarados and he was affordable, I would buy him in 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I'd buy him. But here's another fun thing you see me picking up. So here's a modern card. I'm not buying vintage. I bought this modern Gengar. I said, I'll take one of these because it feels like it's about time to buy one. He's from 2023, right? That's a while ago. He's from 2023. That is some time ago. And here's another thing you see me buying that might be peculiar to you. I'm over here buying a Mickey Mouse. That's Mickey Mouse, 1935. And they cost like a nickel and a dime. They don't cost anything. So, yeah, when you guys ask, what is Cardconomist investing in? It's just all kinds of little weird stuff. Actually, this was an investment grade purchase very recently where I went pretty deep. I think I probably spent close to $4,000 or $5,000, and it would be this guy right here, Crimson Invasion. So I wasn't just trying to get you guys into the Crimson Invasion box split that we have. I went off and bought like 7 boxes of this. This is serious business for me. Pikachu Reverse Holo, that's a big deal to me. You know, Sun and Moon, Crimson Invasion, Pikachu Reverse Holo from that set is amazing looking. And I know that that box is underpriced because no one's aware of it. It's an education problem. So sometimes that's when a clear indicator is when there's a lack of education regarding a particular item. That's when you know something's going on. You go, oh, not enough people understand this. All right, so I'll show that Pikachu off again. So here's what a PSA 9 looks like. You ready? He's super adorable. Crimson Invasion PSA 9 Reverse Holo Pikachu. All right, so I bought all those Crimson Invasion boxes because I'm betting on this Pikachu. I'm saying that guy is way too cheap. The box is too cheap relative to what you can pull. And people are going to obsess over trying to acquire this Pikachu at some point, and they're going to realize how hard he is to get. So that's why you see me scooping up a chunk of Crimson Invasion. And the funny thing is, it's always been on the menu. It's been on the menu for a long time because I've always acknowledged that the Pikachu and the Gengar in this set are pretty cute. But I never really thought, hey, you know, maybe you should just be stockpiling this box because it would be, you know, underpriced. And I don't always understand how the market chooses one thing over another. I think sometimes the market gets it wrong. That's why you see me scooping that up. Let's see. I've bought a lot, but not the Chrome. I got to order something today. I haven't bought anything in so long. Yeah, what are you looking for? You tell me what you're looking for. I'll help you out. Isn't the scarcity of vintage important? Yeah, scarcity is important, but it's a combination of factors, not just scarcity. Like, for example, notoriety matters too. Like, if too many people know about it, it's going to be overpriced. Let me show you some cards that people just don't know about. So this Ampharos costs only $250. It was printed in the year 2000. It's an old vintage Ampharos, printed in 2000. 2000 Ampharos. All right, so we're going to look at PSA 10 2000 Ampharoses. And we're going to see, I'm sorry, I got some coughs right now. Actually, it's heartburn. I get a lot of heartburn from this medication. All right, so check out these Ampharoses that have recently sold for 10 times that price. Right here, see that? So these have sold for 10 times the price of $250. That's 10 times the price, right? Same exact artwork, I'm pretty sure. Let's check it. That's the funniest part. Yeah, look at the artwork. It's the exact same artwork. But this one is not known, and this one's really, really obviously well known because it was part of the TCG. Right, now here's the funny part. What do we have to say about the rareness of this Ampharos? Okay. This guy is population 6. So I don't know about those other guys. I'm aware the Neo cards are also pretty rare, But this guy, we know for a fact, is Pop 6. And he costs 1/10 the price. Could he go from $250 to, I don't know, $400? Sure he can. That's not hard to do, is it? And so you have a card right here that is ready to double in price or go up in price by 50, and hardly anyone would notice. And he's only Pop 6, and it's the same art. And so, but it's on a playing card. And who printed the playing card? Is it some third party? No. Nintendo printed this. They printed both of these. They printed this, and they printed the one you just saw. They printed both of them. It was Nintendo both times. So this is authentic Nintendo. Same with this guy. If you didn't know this, this Bowser is authentic Nintendo. They printed it themselves. So this is printed by Nintendo, just like all the Pokemon cards are printed by Nintendo. So it's not a third party doing it. It's not like, you know, it's not like we see a lot of like Merlin, Topps, Art Box stickers. There's all this weird stuff, right? No, this was the actual Nintendo company printed these. Okay. All right, so I need to put a new card in here. We need to get like a, let's get a cool card in here. I don't know. Give me some suggestions. Well, we do have the pricey channel in the Discord server. That might have something that catches your interest. You could jump into a spot in the Team Rocket pack split. That's always fun. You could jump here into the Crimson Invasion box split. We're going after Pikachu and Gengar here. If you're looking for like the fancy stuff. If you like breaks, you could take a spot in this Charizard's gotten closer. So he's 16 out of 36. So that's more like booster pack opening, right? But you're opening one of my custom booster packs. And what we know is someone's definitely pulling this guy for 60 bucks. So, you know, people take a shot at that. After that, we do have, you know, we're always posting cards in the Tens channel. We got two Tens channels, right? Where we're showing off cards all the time. I know you probably have like more expensive tastes is all I'm thinking. So obviously I have a lot of poker cards because they just came back. Look at this. Here's a signature for 80. Nothing. Yeah, so you might not be interested in these cards. I don't know if they're not expensive enough for you, but we have the cards in the pricey channel. I think you were working on Alakazam for a minute there because you have Kadabra, if I recall. Quest sticker, Pikachu, Ghastly, Magikarp. This might be too cheap. I might pull this down, the Team Up Squirtle. Here's Giratina. Here's a Breakthrough Pikachu. Priced at a ridiculous price. It's from the XY era. That's part of the reason why. Let's see. I'll just show you real fast. I might open packs today. Sure. Well, you know, people get lucky opening packs sometimes, so here it is. Here's Light Flareon. This Giratina. I just sold the other Pokeball. Did you see this? So the other one just sold. The Team Rocket Pokeball did. Here's a Charizard from Leaf Green Poker. That's special. German Voltilam. Is that on eBay? Yeah. Here's a really expensive Cardos Charizard. A lot of people say this was the first Pokemon card set. Here's Clefable. Here's a Typhlosion that's probably overpriced. Spectra Jolteon. Mega Rayquaza 9. Here's one of those staff Tyrannitars with the incorrect price. It needs to be updated. Wow. That's $1,400. Crystal Guardians Wigglytuff. That's pretty legit. Here's a Blue Deck Charizard, and I'm not willing to let him go except at a very high price. So Blue Deck Charizard, I'm hoarding them. They are. They've gone up a lot over time, the Charizards have. Here's Nidoking, here's Persian. So, you know, we used to have more rare cards to purchase, but the truth is, everyone's buying them. Here's that Halo card. This might be overpriced at $500, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's an Ace of Spades. I get it. Gyarados and Magikarp, Leaf Green. So the Leaf Green poker set's even more rare than usual. Here's Vending Series Doduo. Here's a Squirtle. Here's a Hello Kitty. I've showed this pile off before, but might as well show it off one more time. Now, that's an XY Fairy Energy. Very hard to get 10s on those. And then tags, really rough when they hand out 10s. So I was really surprised that went past. Okay, that Giratina. Here's a Charizard 6. Here's one of the best Mickey Mouse cards, in my opinion. Watch, it's a snap. So that's him taking a selfie with Pluto. There's Erica. There's that clever Alakazam. Here's the Metapod. Here's Dratini for $600. Here's Coughing. This Cloud has a ton of watchers now. Bandai Starters is the same way. It has a ton of watchers now. This is probably one of the better pulls in the box. It's this Clever Gengar from Leaf Green. All right, so there you go. Not as many options as before. All my rare slabs are getting eaten up, man. And people are still eating up the best pulls in the box. So it's like whatever is still good in here is still getting grabbed. I'm really considering the Leaf Zard. I like that card. Yeah, he uses the artwork from that time period, and those Leaf Green cards are hyper rare. They're like the Gold Star time period, right? And they didn't print many of them at all. It's, you know, like the 2004s, right? Like this Gyarados could be like pop 3 or 4 or 5. They're just shockingly rare. Put this away. All right. But I'm not willing to give up any of those Charizards for free. You know, what's crazy about the Leaf Green deck is it's hard even to source one. That's what's crazy about it. Like, you can still go online and find like a blue deck and a yellow deck for the 1998 decks. And by the way, those are absurdly expensive. I already looked at them. I don't want them. You guys are welcome to go buy it. I don't want them. They're just absurdly expensive. I mean, in theory, one day they're worth it. Especially if you see another leap forward in the price of those, you know, poker cards. So if I see new metrics on last sold, I might go gobble up those last decks. And presumably that'll happen, right? But right now, they're just, woo, those are so pricey. Because you still have to grade the cards, and they still have to manage to grab a 10, and they have to have good cards in the deck, which you won't know any of that until it sells. Or until you buy it and open it. Mr. Eric says 10 Fortnites. You got it. 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did the Shanks break go off yet? Not yet. Here it is. It's only 25 to buy into the Shanks break. Let's go get more Fortnite. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Here we are. Okay. I don't know if this is my last my last box of Fortnite. It might be. Unless I have one more case. But we're running low. How many people are in the Rocket Pack split? 3.5. That's a half. This is a sub list. 3.5. So if somebody pays $25 for the other side of the sub list, it'll be 4. Let me say something. The vintage pack splits have been moving, man. People have been buying those. We went through a $1,000 Rocket Pack, then a like $600 Gym Challenge Pack, and now this is a $500 Rocket Pack. And people just bounced through those like it was nothing. They said, ooh. So those have been on the move. Oops. I think these are like one of the highest demand items other than the Poke Shuffles and the Live Customs, which I think might be the single highest demand on my table these days. People love the Live Customs and the Poke Shuffles. If I could show you sales data, it would be mostly Poke Shuffles and Live Customs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, you only ordered 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I gave you too many. My bad. What's the status of the Destined Rival box break? It's over. It's blover. It's Jover. Yeah, Destined Rival's box break ended. Miss Alicia pulled it. So she gets the whole box for $40. Can you believe that? And now we have a new box break for Storm Emeralda for $40. There it is. Obviously, I don't have the product on hand. I'm sure it'll be here maybe like Wednesday, hopefully Wednesday. So this product just released tomorrow. And so it's probably going to be shipped out to me tomorrow, and it'll arrive hopefully within 5 days. And because we don't get it early, we get it after the release date. It's got to ship here too. I live out in the middle of nowhere a little bit, so typically it takes me to get my product a couple extra days. I live in what's considered a rural area, so even after it hits the city of Kansas City or the city of St. Louis, they still got to drive it out to me, and it takes like an extra 2 days. It's just terrible. But that's the cost of living out here. And maybe I'll move to a big city one day and the shipping times will be faster. So we'll see. But we have this is a pre-order box break. The way it works is if you pull the box, you're going to get a pre-order card that says, I owe you a box. And the moment it lands, you're going to get that pre-order box. Let me tell you something. People really enjoy that because the anticipation can get you very sweaty. And since it's coming straight out of the first round of cards, you probably have your best shot at the Rayquaza anyways. You know, all right, people care about that. They care about being first to open the boxes. Eric B. Colburn, you ready? Snip of this. How much are the amiibos? So we have Hello Kitty amiibo cards, and they need to go up on the channel. I bought them because Miss Bridget asked me to buy them. There you are. Because she likes the amiibos, and the amiibos were never a huge seller, but if somebody's requesting them, I'll go get them. You guys can request card sets too, you know that? We used to have a channel in Discord called Request Card Set, but nobody was really using it. It was, you know, not used that often, so I kind of dropped it. All right, here goes. So we're looking for holographic cards or just popular cards like this referee. Holy. Fortnite to the moon. Yeah, Fortnite, you know, I believe we're starting a new case, so it's time for me to reevaluate the price of these. I think we're on our last case, by the way. We used to have, get this, 6 cases of Fortnite. And a case was like 36 times 6. All of that is sold. Fortnite sells, guys. Fortnite sells. There's no doubt about it. We are. Okay. Are you asking about the, yeah, it's a standard set. It's very tricky to source because everyone's selling loose boxes instead of cases. And I don't know what that means. And some sellers are selling them without the shrink wrap. And yeah, it's just really stinky right now. You know, there it is. Most don't know the card exists. The cards exist. What, the Fortnite cards? Panini Fortnite. No more Fortnite. Here's Viking Man. Should we used to have Fortnite Series 2 and 3. You think we should expand that? Also, are they still making Fortnite cards? I mean, if there's a new Fortnite set out, I don't mind snabbing it. Cactuar Queen. I was going to say Cactus Queen. All right, here's... Boop, 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 boop. All right, here's some of these. A couple of those. Happy Thursday, by the way, guys. Tomorrow, the Friday stream is probably going to be early, and it's probably going to end early. Okay? Because I got to go out with Terrace for IVF, okay? So this means the stream tomorrow could be wrapping up at like 3 p.m. or maybe 2 p.m. if I host it at all. I just want to mention that because I might take the option not to host it. It is. Da-da-da. Eric B. Colburn. So, in other words, what I'm telling you is if you want to have fun, I'm recommending, especially in this stream, I'm recommending we have fun today. All right, Mr. Eric with an E. Let's see. You're going to be... You're going to be in the ER box, but a part of me says you have your own box. Do you? No. So let's go looking for Eric. What's this all about? Oh, yeah, we had these up over here. Is there any Pokemon cards you're currently looking for? Yeah, I want the ones that make the most money, please. In terms of trying to improve my personal collection, I'm pretty happy already. Like, one of my last purchases was the Japanese Shining Tyranitar, and there's just not a lot of good Tyranitar cards to collect. So, oh, you're in the overflow. I remember now, you're in the overflow, the F boxes. That's why my brain was like, what about this guy? All right, we figured it out. That's your friend's bag. Set that there. What is this? A label, huh? Empty label. Let's get a baggie for you that looks like this. I'm in the F box. There we go. Yes. I knew there was something going on with you. I couldn't remember what it was. There we go. Gotta sign in the clingers, mister, in this order. Sounds good. Yes, if you're gonna have fun this weekend opening cards, I'm recommending we do it on Thursday, because I might not be available on Friday. All right. My Walmart has Fortnite cards. Does it really? That's cool, man. We need a card. We need a new pack in here. But what? But what? What should it be? Maybe it could be a pack of Fates Collide. All right. We have a new mid-era break going on. We were talking earlier about how my real claim to fame or wealth came down to the fact that I invested so heavily in cards before anyone, or before most people were spending so much. And this is a perfect example of that. I was buying these Fates Collide packs back when they were like, I want to say they were like 15 bucks probably. And now we're going to sell this pack. Give me a second. Let's see. So this pack is going to get sold for 110. Okay. And so not quite times 10, but getting close to it. Actually, I should probably look and see how the price has changed on this first. Let's do a price update for Fates Collide. We have Series 4 in my Walmart. Huh. Wonder if that means that that's recently printed. All right, let's see what this bad boy is going for. Let's see. It doesn't look like it's changed, so you guys are in luck. Yep, we're doing the same price. No price change. But so here's a pack. I probably bought it for $15, and now we're going to sell it for about $110. So he'll be $11 with 10 spots. Fun way to get into an XY booster pack split. Thank you, Mr. Eric, for the order. I appreciate it, man. Next up, we have Mr. Jesus Pantoya. He says, can I get 5 solo leveling packs, volume 3? I have a bag. And also, can I see 2 of the slabs that I have acquired from you, if possible? If you want to see your slabs, there's 2 options. A, ship your slabs out for $9. We'll ship everything out, okay? So then you'll see them when they arrive at your home. B, you can order a private channel on Discord for $20, where I always take a picture of all your slabs. So those are 2 options. Now, if you want me to stand up out of my seat and run off to the shipping area to show your slabs, probably not going to do that, because anyone could ask me to do that, and it would just be really bad. Let's see. It would take too long, okay? It would take too long. Let's go grab the solo levelings. Unfortunately, all of the slabs are stored like at the furthest point away from me in the home. It's really silly. It's like first I have to run out of this room and then run across the home to the stairs. Then I have to go down the stairs and run to the opposite side to get to the shipping area. And so it's like a perfect loop in my home, and they're like perfectly far away. Now, does that take very long? No, it takes like 2 minutes. But 2 minutes is forever in streamer time. If you leave the stream for 2 minutes to go grab something, you lose a couple viewers. And so I don't want to lose a couple viewers just because you're curious about what you've already pulled. We are solo leveling. That's up to you. You got to remember what you pulled. Screenshot it. That's an option. You could just screenshot your own slabs. Just screenshot it. Put it in, I don't know, like a Discord private message to yourself. So that's a way to do it. So you could do that for free anytime. Just when you buy slabs, screenshot it and put it in a private message to yourself or an email to yourself. And that's a very easy way to keep track of what you have. But again, the other option is to just ship. So you can ship out, and that works too. All right, here we are. I had to go get more. I wasn't sure where I was keeping them. We have so many products. We have so many products that it can actually be hard to find one. Especially one with such a small box where we only keep one series of that box. All right, let's see. I bet you could make more money with Dragon Ball Fusion World. Yeah, we talk a lot about that. So this is your third pack is actually that. We talk a lot about that. We need to get Dragon Ball running again. Dragon Ball's been off the menu for a long time. Should I finish the Rocket Pack or get 20 Paldea Evolved? Well, that just depends on what has a better hit in it right now. So, like, imagine the Rocket Pack it's a heavy pack and it has Charizard in it. Well, then you'd want to finish that. Okay, but imagine the Paldea Evolved has the Magikarp in it. Well, then you'd want the Paldea Evolved. But you don't know who's going to get the better pull, which pack. There's no way to know. So the answer is whatever makes you feel luckier. Obviously, if you pull the Magikarp, that's a really good one. If you pull the Charizard, that's obviously really good too. Why don't you ask AI what your statistical odds are? Okay, you ready? All right, you ready? I don't know if that will help. We are. Because even if AI were to say something like, oh, it's the Rocket Pack, right? And then you open the Rocket Pack and it's a dud. And then someone else opens the Paldea Evolved and it had the Magikarp in it. You know, you're going to say, oh, I missed it. It all comes down to luck. Sung Jin Woo. Here's a better question. Which card would you rather have? Would you rather have the Paldea Evolved Magikarp? Or would you rather have a shot at a good Rocket card? Maybe the Charizard, right? All right. And which card is more important to you to acquire? Solo leveling Han Song Yi. What? It's his cute little sister. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's go grab a baggie. You're going to be over here, I think. Jeffrey. Aha. So you have a bag from 226. Welcome back, dude. Don't let your bag get too old, okay? So if it says 227, then it's too old. So be sure to ship it out before then. If you ever wish to, you can reset the bag with $5, but you don't need to do that. You can just send $9 for the shipping, okay? So there you go. Now I know why you're asking about your slabs. You haven't been here in a little while. That's what it was. Okay, let's get busy over here. It's with the mix of the old ones. Mister, I thought it was 5-packs. Wait, did he order 5-packs? Hold on, let me look at that again. Oh, it says solo leveling 3, so I grabbed 3 packs of solo leveling 3. I'm a doofus. Here you go. 2 more packs. Sorry about that. Da-da-da. I'm a doofus. There we go. Do you ever show the possible hits for the Poke Shuffles? All the time. Now that we have randomly pulled boxes, we constantly show off what's in them. So we must have showed it all off again last night. We show it off constantly. It is. All right. Yeah, anytime the stream is real slow, I might show off all the slabs and the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. All right, there you go. That's your total of 5 packs. Sorry about that. 5 packs of solo leveling 3. There we go. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. All right. That's corrected. Jose Arredondo says 30 for slab away. Very nice. Slab away. I'm going to click on this. And this is going to go down to $204 remaining. And now he says 4 Poke Shuffles. Let's get them. Jose Arredondo, it's your turn right now. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Oh, picking up the old maid Jigglypuff right away. Very nice. Don't show Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. He's going to get angry. You're going to be like, hey, that should have been me. I'm kidding. But here it is. So it's a little $40 card. Pretty typical for the Poke Shuffles. This is from 2019 now. It's getting pretty old. And there's the artwork on the back. It's very cute. And it's just Jigglypuff. Now, you have a choice. You could re-roll it for 35, or you can keep it. Let me know which one you prefer. Oh, Team Rocket, you're next. You're after this. For the gym battle spot, can I just replace that thing, or do I need to participate in the battle to finish the pack? That's a great question. I feel like probably because he bought first, he shouldn't be allowed to be ejected from it. But I see your point. It's like, well, I'm offering to buy it outright. I don't know. If he was here, we could ask him if he would just release it or finish it, but he's not here, sadly. So I think the official ruling should be if he bought it first, as usual, he gets to stay in there. It's just because he was in there first. So it's kind of a first come, first serve. That's how we generally do it on the stream. I'll just get the Paldea. Well, there you go, everybody. Let's see. Keep it. Good choice. Look at that. Lock it in, the $40 Jigglypuff. I guess we don't know if it's a good choice. What if you had re-rolled it and you pulled a $130 Pikachu? We won't actually know. Now, Team Rocket Grunt, 2 live customs. Here goes. The live customs and the Poke Shuffles have become the single best products on the menu. They sell so often, constantly. Like, it's at a point where I might as well just put booster pack pulls in the actual table, the pull table. Wow, not bad. So you didn't pull any cards, but you pulled a promo Ghastly and you pulled a Topps The Future Looks Bright with the little Mew on it. Surprisingly strong bonus pulls. Both of those are good. Much better than what we did previously, right? Previously, you would have just pulled 2 commons. I'm saying that because, you know, if that little Mew were to grade 10, which it could, because I just pulled it randomly out of a box that has not been tested. If that, looks, you got another one too, the Farewell. If either of these were to grade 10, they would probably be worth around $100. There we go. Those have not been tested. I don't know if they have a shot at a 10. They very well might. Usually, if I open Topps cards for myself, I picked a nice box. Javier, 1 live custom. Here goes, 1 live custom. All right. Yeah, everybody knows it's wigged against me. What are you talking about? Here goes, Javier. 1 pack. You got Primarina. All right, cute little Primarina for Mr. Javier. Oh, wait, it goes up here. Put that in there. And let's grab your bag. I think people love the live customs because they're so instantaneous. Like this could go in the live customs too. it kind of makes the table pulls a little redundant when everyone's enjoying the live customs of Poke Shuffles. Okay, now we have to find out who's got the oldest order. We have a Mr. Chris A next. Chris A. A $25 spot in the Shanks. Here goes Mr. Chris. What's cool about the table breaks is you go directly after the exact thing that you want. Let's see. That's the trade break. Here, just one piece break. Get me some luck, TCC. All right, we'll get you some super luck. There you go. Somebody pulls that magic card. There's a lot of them out there. We have a Reed Morin. Mr. Reed. He wants 5 Surging Sparks. Where do I even keep Surging Sparks? This is base set. Hold on, let me see if I even have what I need to fulfill the order. All right, here they are. That's Obsidian Flames, so it should actually go here. And this is Surging Sparks. There's 4 of them. And then I have no more after that. So I'm going to go in the other room and go looking for the rest, okay? But let me check these Obsidian Flame boxes, make sure no packs fell in there. Yeah, okay, Obsidian Flames is fine. So let me go get some fresh Surging Sparks. Right back. I think we were reloading the Surging Sparks with the what do they call those? The booster bundles, because they were cheaper. I have both, so now I have to know which one is actually cheaper. All right, and let's check the booster box. Because we have both. We should go through the cheaper ones first, probably, right? That makes sense, right? Divided by 36. And they're about the same price. All right. So, they're about the same price. Let's get this box running then. That's right. That. What I'm going to do is write Surging Sparks. And what I like to do, put this sticker on the box. And it just makes it a little bit easier to find the box sometimes. Organized, right? When you got 500 products, a little bit helps. Sometimes you can't see what it is from far away. So now we're going to pull this back out. We're going to pull the empty Surging Sparks box out, and then we're going to put this guy in. Wish me luck. How do we manage to fit so many products into just one little area? It's all within arm's reach. Look at the size of the menu, and consider that entire menu is within arm's reach. Isn't that crazy? Okay, Mr. Reed. I use a lot of tricks to do that. Miss Alexis, when she ran the stream, she was like shocked by it. She's like, what? There were so many products that it's like you guys would buy something and she couldn't find it. And then I'd come in to get the product and it would be right next to her. Here it is. But it would be like impossible to see or find. Here goes. We've got Cast Form Doug Trio. Okay, got a little Doug Trio. Looking pretty clean. Here's Zarude. Rotom Dialga. and Zarud. And finally, Tapu Lele, and Flamigo. I was going to say Leela. We are. Sneak. So I'll place this here. Doug Trio it is for Mr. Reed. Now, Mr. Reed, you've got a bag, right? Let's see. You would be in the RE box. Mr. Reed. Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Flamigo and Doug Trio. Good. Very nice. Place this back over here. Now, who's got the next oldest order? The next oldest order goes to Eric Colburn, and he has 1 SGC grading and 1 BGS grading for both the clingers. The clingers, I don't know what a clinger is. Who knows what a clinger is? Is the clinger the name of a character? Oh no, I feel like such a boomer right now. What the hell is it? It's the plunger looking thing. Okay. It's a plunger. This thing? Well, let's see. That's so funny. I don't know what it is. Ah, uncommon item, clinger. Okay, cool, man. Let's get them sleeved up. 1 to BGS, 1 to SGC, huh? Well, just take a quick look real fast. Okay. All right. There's that one. And let's find another one. What's so popular about the clinger? Huh? Here's this. All right. We gotta find another one. A plunger. How's Fortnite doing as a game? Are people still playing it in crazy numbers? Yes. You know, I just remember there was a time period where the biggest streamer on the internet was Ninja, and he was streaming Fortnite. Yes. Okay. That was a while ago. That was like 10 years ago, it feels like. Aha, there we are. That one almost... Oh, no, I see it's reversed. I got to put it into the sleeve now. I'm killing it on Fortnite. You can play as Odysseus. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. All right, let's sleeve it up. And crank 90s. Put this in here. Put that there. Wait a second. I did this backwards. Hold on. All right. There we go. Lovely. Thank you, Eric. So Eric's ordering 2 rounds of grading. You guys can order this too. We send out grading submissions once per month for each individual. So like we do a CGC one, then we do a BGS one. We're going to do an SGC one. So that one's coming up because I'm going to send some of my own cards out to SGC in order to make sure that we're getting enough cards back to stay afloat during this PSA and tag grading shutdown, which is no good for me. Shutdowns aren't good for business. Colburn. Okay, there's one. And then the next one shall say Eric Colburn. But this one shall say B for BGS. Guess we could have said S for SGC. Good. There you have it. Thank you so much. You know, I'm thinking maybe we should have a channel where when you request the grading, I take a picture of what's been requested, like a receipt. Ivan Chiquilo, 10 Poke Shuffles, and can I get a sneep? I can't give you a sneep for Poke Shuffles. We're not sneeping anything. Only packs get the sneep. I go by Let's Ka O'Brandon. That's such an old one. I remember somebody he was talking to on the phone got him to say that. It was like for Christmas or something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There it goes. All right, are you ready? His son's been going around doing the rounds, man. He's going on talk shows a lot. I wonder if he has political aspirations. Okay, we got Ho-Oh, huh? I mean, he does coke and hang out with strippers, so I'd say he's got a pretty good chance because that's relatable these days. Back in the day, Bill Clinton getting with Monica Lewinsky gets you impeached, gets you put in a peach. But nowadays, now it gets you street cred. All right, here's Charizard and Ho-Oh. It's like, damn, bro, this guy was living life. Let's see. Charizard and Ho-Oh. But yeah, he's going around. He's talking to a lot of guys, and you usually do that when you're building a brand up. You're not trying to stay quiet. Here's 007. Shaken, not stirred. Here's Charizard. You pulled Charizard? This guy pulled Charizard. I don't remember a Charizard 10 being in here. Oh, this Charizard, isn't it? Okay, cool. So you didn't do bad. It's a $45 and $35 card. Now, when it comes to rerolls, it's a different story. You'll get $30 and $20 on the rerolls. What are you thinking, Mr. Ivan? Smoked Out Turtle says, crackhead aspirations. Hey, he's just a cool guy. All right, he just likes to party. Wait, you don't like to party? People are always accusing politicians of doing like cocaine or something, aren't they? Maybe there's a lot of pressure doing those jobs. You know, would it surprise me to discover that both Republicans and Democrats do some kind of performance-enhancing drug, perhaps like cocaine, even if it's like legal? It's like, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Imagine the amount of pressure it is to do those jobs. You have to like be the decision maker, and if you screw up, people die or people's lives are ruined. And you have a whole group of people who hate you, like 50% of the country just pure hates your guts. And then the other half is expecting so much out of you, like you're going to pull a bunny out of your hat, right? So I bet you those guys get, stomach ulcers and stress out the wazoo, or they're pure psychopaths and they don't, or they're doing drugs, something to smooth it over, right? To not go crazy under such high levels of responsibility and pressure. Right? Like, why don't people want to be CEO of companies? It's too much pressure. It's not just the responsibility. It's the pressure. The pressure must be insane. Imagine everyone's relying on you to make the right choices for a business. And if you screw up, your company could go under. Like, damn, dude. And it's not just you that gets fired. The whole team gets fired. Like, that's got to be immense pressure. So you must be a psychopath if you find that job easy. Or maybe you're doing lines of cocaine off a stripper's butt. I don't know. Ivan says re-roll both of them. All right, they both get re-rolled. Charizard goes down to 30. Ho-Oh goes down to 20. And you're going to get a re-roll total of $50, which is 10 cards. Can't believe how long tag is taking. Yeah, it is pretty stressful that they're taking so long because I need to get some cards back to get them up on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. We only need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And let's drop this one off. I guess we'll drop it off here. All right, there we go. I wanted to drop it off in the middle of the box to separate the Charizard and the Ho-Oh, but we did that once before, and it cost like a double hit to come out one time. And I was like, oops, we don't want to intentionally cost double hits because then you get a big cold spot in the box. He goes back in for 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. There it goes. Re-rolling doesn't work forever because you add 7 cards to the box, but you only pull out 6, meaning the net total pulls in the box have gotten colder over time. Here goes. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there's 10. This is for Mr. Ivan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it says 1 spot Zard, no reroll. Hey, that's not bad though. You're up. This is a spot in the rare candy. I put that in this box very recently, and you just pulled it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're in the rare candy break now. It's a non-revolvable item. There's a couple of those in the Poke Shuffles and the Live Customs. They act as the star spots, which always sort of existed in the breaks, right? But now that we have it in those boxes, we can just let them be in the boxes. So let's go find the rare candy. Where's that hiding? So what you pulled out has a $60 value, and it's this. It is. Ivan, you now have a 1 in 36 odds to pull this Charizard. Somebody's going to pull it. Could be you. Good luck. I'll put you down as this, like that. There you go. What is the rare candy break? Oh, you don't even know what it is. Let me tell you what it is. Are you wondering how it works or what the card is? This guy right here. See this? So you're in there now. Ivan, Javier, Joseph, Sarah, Eddie, NHLC, Chenseg, Marius, TRG, Hawk, and Andrew. So here are the people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Total of 17 people are in here. So this is going to clock up to 17. All right, so basically with this card, when this card hits 36, it's going off, and one person's going to pull this 151 English Charizard. Basically a straight-up chase card in the modern hobby. They're going to pull that for $60. So now your odds are 1 in 36. What do you think of that? Is that scary? It's weird because the odds are bad, right? And yet somebody pulls them. So we'll find out who pulls them. Somebody's getting a huge card. That's what the rare candy is, by the way. The rare candy is a chance for a pricey card. We have something bigger than the rare candy. It's called the Mega Break, and that one takes a really long time. Oops, not this. Here it is. This is the Mega Break. It's the biggest break on the channel, usually worth multiple thousands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in here so far. The Shining Tyranitar is $20,000 in a PSA 10. $20,000 in a PSA 10. This is a CGC Gem 10, and it's going for $4,800. So that's pretty close to about 1/4. So we're selling it for about 1/4 as a CGC 10. And yeah, you can buy into here for $400, or you can buy in for $40. But if you buy in for $40, you're going on a sub list, which means first you have to succeed in the sub list. So you can buy a spot over here, 1 in 10, and one of these guys will be picked out to have a spot in the Shining Tyranitar. So if you buy in at 40, your odds are 40, 1 in 10 over 12. If you buy in at 400, it's just 400, 1 over 12. That's it. Shining Tyranitar, he's the biggest. This is the second biggest pull. The Charizard's the second biggest pull. They're scary. They're scary. You know, it's funny. People don't jump into these very often. But I see you guys blow $40 and $60 all day long on Poke Shuffles and everything else. And it's funny because the cap, the ceiling on Poke Shuffles is like a $100 card. The ceiling on this is like $4,000. The ceiling on this is like almost $2,000, I think. So yeah, it's sure the odds are lower, but you know, you would think that you would give up maybe just one round of the Poke Shuffles to at least secure a single spot in the Charizard. But I let people decide whatever it is they want to do. It's fun to watch and see how people make their decisions. Dallas Willis is next for 3 boxes. Ooh, I like this order already. For 3 boxes of My Hero Academia Union Arena. I'm so happy you're buying this set because it has been waiting to be opened forever. be wrong, but I think these are the last 3 boxes. Here they are. So I think this is it. I think you got them. And let me go cancel them off of eBay. I'm very excited. Okay, so we're going to search for hero. There they are. And we're going to say end listing. Wow, there were 6 people watching it. So there was a chance that was going to sell. Excuse me. And now I can remove this from the menu. Woo! All right. Holy cow. They're finally gone. It only took 7 years. This was not a fast seller. Even with the fantastic price, by the way. So the price on these was a liquidation price, and they still took like a year to go. It is My Hero Academia. We're going to hit trash. We're never buying this again. Just not enough Union Arena fans in here, I guess. I don't know. I won't lie. A lot of the Union Arena product struggles. Now, that could just be people don't play the game, or maybe they prefer alternatives like Weiss Schwarz. I don't know. But these were a great price. I think they were just about to sell on eBay because there were 6 people watching it. And I'd listed them not too long ago, like probably about 4 weeks ago. And now they're going to you. And I think you get an even better price than eBay. I think eBay is slightly more expensive. Yeah, we were doing like a, hey, what's up? How we doing? Hey, what's up, man? I think we were doing a special low price on the menu that was even lower than the eBay price. All right. Da-da-da. I didn't see the CS Man order yet. His order must be coming up because I think he's got a good order too. Mister, did the Rocket Pack sublist go off? Not yet. There is someone in here who was asking about it. He was tempted to buy the rest of the booster pack in one go. It is. His name's Mr. CS Man. Sorry, Mr. CS Man, I got to do it in order, okay? This guy placed a big order just before you, probably, so I apologize for that. All right. That's Mr. Musabot. His name's Ki-Hyunro, and he's been buying a couple spots in those vintage pack breaks pretty consistently. He's the guy that was in that sublist you were asking about. All right. Oops. Ow, 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 ow. Tossing that. All right. Let's get it going. Now, look how far away my hands are because of this zoom. All right. Ready? Let's get that. Oops. Let's get that zoom out of here. There we go. Let me know if the zoom gives us any trouble. So if you guys are looking to have fun this weekend opening cards, I recommend doing it today and tonight because on Friday I have an IVF doctor visit with Karis, and so we're not going to have a daytime stream tomorrow. We might. If we do, I have to do it really early. So if we do one tomorrow, I got to do it pretty dang early. I might try to, but I'm no promises. I might call it off just because, I don't know. Why put all the extra stress on me? There we go. All right. Throwing this over here. Good luck. Now, Mr. Dallas. Win. Two. Oh, we've got Cool Guy Star. I don't know his name, unfortunately. All right. Who knows Union Arena? Who's opened Union Arena before? Better yet, who knows My Hero Academia? You guys watch anime? Tell me a little bit about this show. What's it about? I want to know what it's about. Here's this guy. Here's this guy. Some hollows. So we pulled one star card for a little while. We're probably going to pull some hollows till we find another star card, which might be in the next box. Okay. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Now let me do this real fast. We don't want to miss any of those point cards, because I think the point cards look kind of cool too. Okay, I didn't see any here. That's gone. I'm gonna check here real fast. Most Union Arena sets don't do well, but there's a few of them performing really well. Yeah, I noticed that we've been selling through Union Arena Chainsaw Man really well. That's the one that's from the Reze arc. Has the cute Reze character in it. And Nikkei Union Arena has traditionally done pretty well too. We've sold it twice, 2 different versions of it, and that actually did sell through a lot. So, but then there's Union Arena sets that have not done as well, so it's really mixed. I personally don't know how to feel about it. Here we are. Here we are. Like, we sold out of Bleach too, actually, when you think about it. I don't have any more Bleach because we sold through. It is. There we go. The majority of the world has superpowers. Rare someone doesn't. Main character doesn't. Oh, I see. The number hero transfers his power to him. Main villain wants it. Is that supposed to read the number 1 hero? All right, let's start snipping it. The main villain wants the powers. Those powers will be mine. Humans are just cockroaches. Sorry, kid. I'm not even using 1% of my real power. Okay, a lot of anime tropes out there. By the way, I'm watching a new show. I'm watching King of the Hill. They released a new season. So far, it's just been okay. I think the very first season of the remake they did for King of the Hill was actually pretty good. This is season 2 of that now, and it's just all right. Doesn't seem as story-driven or character-building. There we go. All right, snipping this. All right. The show is kind of sad without Luann. I miss her. It's so sad the voice actress died at a very young age. She died at like 30. And you can really tell Dale Gribble's not the same voice actor. He just doesn't have it. Also, they changed the voice actor for Connie's father, Con. And you can really hear the difference. You know, it really stands out that the voice acting's different. So, yeah, it has a strange feel to it. It is. All right. Ready to go. 0 to hero type of story. It is. Oh, yeah. Those are my favorite. Okay, here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's our rank. So the number 1 hero transfers. Oh, I see. I gotcha. That's a fun story. That'd be like if I gave all my Pokemon cards away to a guy who was just starting to collect. And I said, here you go, kid. He looks like a bad guy. Look, his name says, or the card says Hellflame. That can't be good. Is this the number 1 hero? I feel like it might. No, actually, he looks like a bad guy. Here we are. Never mind, I take it back. He looks like a bad guy. Here we are. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Here's a holo. Didn't my hero end? All right, let's see. We're looking for action point cards just to be safe. Because sometimes they put the action points like in the middle of the booster. I've seen that before, and it's very confusing. But this does not have it. Actually, we haven't seen 1 action point card. Okay. Yeah, big order here. Thank you, Mr. Dallas. Appreciate it. I'm thinking we might have a big order coming up from Mr. CS Man, too. What do you guys think? All Might is the number 1. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what he looks like. Ooh, 1/3 star card, because it was 3 boxes. And he is looking kind of like a bad guy for sure, right? All right, maybe he's an anti-hero. Okay, that looks like a smart guy. Here's another bad-looking guy. Here's a crazy-looking bad guy. You know that's a bad guy. Because anytime a character is too chaotic, that's definitely evil. And here's white-haired guy. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You got all these for $168. I was selling these for $100 per box on eBay. So you definitely got a better price. Cool. Take a look at this. Ooh. Very nice. Set that over there. And we'll set this over here. And now let's find your bag. So, Mr. Dallas, where shall I run into you? He says, new bag. Oh, perfect. Okay. New bag time. We'll slide all these hits into the middle of the hollow pack. Very good. Well, you start off with a pricey little bag, don't you? 3-star cards. Thank you. No problem, man. Thank you. And I hope you enjoyed that. And you know what, guys? That's another set finally removed from the menu. Took a while. We're going to say 8.26. That's right. We're heading into August, everyone. Ah! How's the time passing so fast? It's not possible. I am your father. No, no. All right, so next up, CS Man. 20 Paldea Evolved. Is CS Man and Jose Arredondo right after. Now the question is, where do I keep the Paldea Evolved? Did I just restock Paldea? I feel like I might have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we got 20 Paldea Evolved. It's got a number of good pulls in it, but also it's got the Magikarp. And while we're doing this, let's go get a fresh box of it. Because now that you're gobbling this up, I probably need a new box of it. We don't store a ton of this. There was a product that went really deep on it. It was Destined Rivals 151 and maybe Prismatic. All right, let's see. Looks like we're going fishing for carp. Carp. I think I hear him. Guys, he's nearby. That's him. That's the carp. Give me a second here. So we're gonna go ahead and acquire a fresh box of this. Please. Okay, so ooh, that's a different language. I gotta be careful with this. Oh, I hope we weren't pricing the cards based off of the price of the Spanish cards, because apparently there were some Spanish ones. Let's see. All right, so these are looking a little pricey. All right, what are we selling these for? So the Paldea Evolved shall stay the same price. Okay, good. Good. Good, that's a good thing. All right, and we'll go ahead and pick up a fresh box of these. Fresh box coming in. We don't want to lower our, we want to maintain our inventory on these rather than lower it. Paldea is looking like a pretty cool set. Good luck. Mr. CS Man, instant Magikarp. Coming from a sealed booster box. Good stuff. Someday, CS Man, these will cost $120 per pack. And it'll be impossible to buy these in a sealed booster box because it'll cost $5,000 or some crazy thing like that. Now, that won't be today. That could be 10 years in the future, in fact. But it'll happen. People will open so much of this, there'll be nothing left. Just like that pack of Fates Collide in front of you guys. None of it's left. It's all pretty much sold. Here we are. Let's see what we got. And one of these. Ready? Good. All right. Grusha, we got Quackavall, not Quilava, Quackavall. Quackavall popping out. Wasn't Grisha like a femboy or something? I think it was. Here's Pelipper, Tinglu. Look at this Tinglu. And here's Tropius. Wow, he's got bananas on his chin. Jumpluff. And got the Tell Luxury. Come on, Magikarp. Kerp. He's got to be here. I can feel him. I can sense him. Here's Baxcalibur. I can sense this run is going to be cold as blank. So it is pretty rare to pull the Magikarp, but it's not so rare to pull something, you know. So I wouldn't say that. Let's see what comes out. Let's wait and see. The Magikarp's hard to pull because there's so many ARs in the set. But this set will hand out ARs like normal. Setotl. We got Magikarp. He's kind of cute. Hey, you did it! That's the Magikarp we heard. Kerp. He was right there. You ready? What do you got? Oh, yeah. Tinglu Altart. All right, so you're already pulling an alternative art. See, that's not so bad. But the thing is, that's not the Magikarp. We're after the Magikarp. That's why the packs cost so much, because we want the Magikarp. Here's Saguaro. All right, so back-to-back, an SIR and an SR. How about an AR? Come on, baby. Where's my ARs at? Okay, Baxcalibur again. Where are the ARs? Here's Kaparaja. It's not over. You got a couple packs left. One Altart so far. Altarts are basically as good. That's what my mommy told me. 4 packs left, everybody. Big order. This is CS Man. 20 packs. A Palde Evolved. Okay. Makuhita. There's a little Tyranitar. He's kind of cool. I think there's an actual Tyranitar AR in here, too, that goes for a lot. Oh, there it is. Arctobax. So in your 20 packs, you pull an Altart, an SR, and an AR. The pull rate here is pretty normal, but that could have been Magikarp. Just, he's really hard to pull. There's just so many ARs in this one set that first you have to pull an AR, which there might be like 2 to 3 of those per box. And then after that, it has to be that particular AR that you're going after. There it is. All right. Well, it was a nice shot. Haven't opened up lots of Palde Evolved like that since back when the Magikarp hit $600 per card. And people were going nuts on it, and I was trying to stock it real hard. Yeah, we would stock so much of this stuff because back then, people were fishing for Magikarp. And, they'd be opening up huge quantities of it. And we would actually pull them. We pulled them a couple times. And it was like really fun when he came out. It is. Yeah, it was a big deal when he came out. I can't even imagine what it'll be like when these packs are $100. I mean, I don't know, you're just not going to pull them. When these are $100 a pack, and again, it's going to happen, but when they're $100 a pack, it's going to be bizarre, man. All right, now here is your box. Very good. Placing these in here. Take the hollows. I'll take them, and I'll give you a spot in the trade break, okay? We do that now. We incentivize people to trade in cards they don't want for spots in the trade break. And a trade break's not like PSA 10 Charizard, right? But hey, it's not nothing either. It's a nice token. So let's take a quick stop and grab you a card here. All right. So let me show off the trade break real fast to you guys. There it is. PSA 8, first edition Jim Abra. It's a vintage card. All right. Could be worth, actually it says right there, it's worth $70. Wow. Even as an 8. Pricey. It's actually kind of nice then. We'll click this up to 5 out of 14. So we're 5 out of 14. All right, there it is. So again, when we look at your round, it wasn't that bad. You pulled an Alt-Art, an SR, and an AR. Just not the Magikarp. Tough as nails, man. The Arcta, you pulled an Arctibax, is that right? Let's see what he would sell for at a 10. Are you ready? PSA 10 Arctibax. I guess 209 maybe? You ready? You're not going to believe this. The Arctibax in a PSA 10, the one you just pulled, is a $540 card. See that, Mr. CS Min? Check that out. So you may have wanted the Magikarp real bad, but there's a reason why that set's so pricey these days. Even your Arctibax, this guy right here in a 10, he's priced around $500. I mean, I might as well put him in a top loader. Might as well, you know. All right, I'll go put him in a top loader. He says, Jesus Christ, WTF. Yeah, you probably didn't expect that. It's important to know what you pulled. Yeah, they're not cheap at all. That's why the packs are so pricey. He's the middle evolution, too. But you'll notice something. It's a Komiya drawing, and people really like Komiya. I think also there was something about this drawing where they thought it was actually him mimicking, like maybe hair follicles or something. I can't remember. And then Ting Lu probably is worth, I don't know, probably like 200 in a 10, my bet. Probably about 200. But so there you go, because he's not a clever looking Komiya drawing. But so there you go. There's many good pulls in that set, not just the Magikarp that you want, but the Komiya drawing's pretty neat too, right? So there you have it. He's like, what? You could potentially make your money back on just those two cards grading 10, and then you might even go positive. All right, so we weren't done. We got Jose Arredondo, 3 Pitch Black. You got it. Pitch Black, you know, we still need to pull the golden Pitch Black Darkrai. Somebody's going to pull it first and get bragging rights. All right, so that's an empty box of it. Let's go get a fresh box. There we go. Thigh cramps are the devil. You get thigh cramps? Sometimes I get, what do they call it? Sometimes I get a cramp in my lower leg when I'm waking up, and I think that's dehydration or something, or something like that. But I'll get a cramp down there, and I gotta like stretch my foot a little bit. Karis gets terrible cramps in her lower legs, and who knows why. So let me go grab a Pitch Black box. I could be wrong, but it looks like we might be low on Pitch Black. How much of this did I order? Did I not order very much? Give me a second here. I want to know how much of this we ordered, because if I didn't order much, I think with Pitch Black, I was worried it wasn't going to be popular. Oh no, we ordered more. It just hasn't arrived, I bet. Actually, it says this arrived 6 days ago. Let's see. So the first shipment arrived on the 21st, and the second shipment arrived on the 24th. Okay. So that means there's an unopened box somewhere, but I didn't see any unopened shipping boxes. That concerns me. I hope it wasn't like misdelivered to like my neighbor or something. Ready? In-person live stream at Mister's house by the lake. Would you guys like that if you could come over here? Come into this crammed little room. All right. I'll give you the home tour. There it is, pitch black. I want to point out that this box came out of a 100% fresh case. So we are no longer on the previous case. We are on a brand new case. That's why I was looking at my supply, because I was like, I didn't see any other cases laying around. I'm like, is this it? Is this the last one? There we go. All right, here comes Palafin, Armorage, Fomantis, look at that Fomantis, and Armorage. If you guys are looking to get into a box break on the new set, Storm Emeralda, we're hosting a box break right now. Storm Emeralda box break, 41 and 6. So there's that. And now, Jose Arredondo, you've just pulled a couple hollows. Let's go find your bag. Okay. Nope, that's not you. I just kind of assumed it would be. Wait, do you need a new bag? Let me see. Oh, maybe he needs a new bag. Okay, new bag time. Welcome back. What'd you guys think of that Paldea Evolve getting opened by CS Man? Was that cool or what? You don't get to see that very often anymore because it's gotten a little pricey. This is going to say 8.26. Da-da-da. Okay. That's done. Now we have an order from Team Rocket Grunt. Let's try the Poke Shuffle. Let's get 10. He says, I should have $1 in store credit. Perfect. That dollar, man, it plays a role. Can't be missing out on your dollar. $1 is still $1. Did Tammy spend this? I don't remember if Tammy spent that. All right, so this zeroes out. Shiboink. We're at 0 on that. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Now, he said, how much? 10 Poke Shuffles. Good luck in there. 10 Poke Shuffles, everybody. Here they go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we got 11 there. We're running a little bit late. Today's been extra busy, and I started extra late, so I apologize for that. There's Dragonite. We're still going to run tonight, and tomorrow I might try to do a very early stream, and then I got to go to a doctor's appointment with Karis, okay? So tomorrow, there may be no daytime stream tomorrow. So if you guys were wanting to have fun, that's one of the reasons we're staying live a little longer. So just give you a chance to do that today, because tomorrow you might not make it. All right, Dragonite. Aha! That's a chase card. Look at you. Locking in the chase card. Hey, we just added this one. So what you're looking at is Dragonite Pokemon Go promo. So it's not even from the actual booster packs. This is a promo Pokemon Go card. See? Promo. What are we looking at here? Is this a potential keep, or is it a reroll for $80? Putting that in there. You can never tell with you, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I'll grab this, put it into here. Place into commission. All right, so we're going to commission that Dragonite. I'm going to flip this over. I think it's consignment. That's the word you're looking for. So, Dragonite, consignment time. We looked up his price. He really is 90. We're going to say C here and TRG on the back. There it is, everybody. Ooh, I'm having a heartburn, man. Javier wants a pack of Magic Marvel. Let me go get a fresh box of it. Wonder what I should eat for dinner tonight. All right. So, we are once again selling out of Magic Marvel. Time to restock it. Restock time. This one's popular. All right. Ooh, is this more expensive? No, it's not more expensive. Actually, the price is looking great. Okay. Let's grab from this. I'm having a really bad heartburn. Okay. So I'm just checking out. Let me just pay for this real fast. We're going to restock this product, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. We'll be opening up the box. This has been one of the better performing Marvel sets, and so I wonder if it's just going to keep performing that way. I bet it would. Okay, all that's looking good. Let's take this price. Divided by, what, 24, right? And then what's our price? Can we lower it? It's about the same. Okay, so it doesn't change. All right, cool. Ready? Never mind. Can we just re-roll it? Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and take care of Javier first. We're not gonna give him blue balls. He just wants to go backwards and rolling it. He's like, wait! I regret my decision. We're re-rolling Dragonite? You got it. I can do that. Now, we're going to go ahead and snip this. Join me on the Rocket Sublist, boys. You know, it was really close to selling out. Did you know that, Mr. Musubot? CS-Man, he just about bought the whole pack out, and then he decided to do the Paldea Evolved at the last second. Take Up the Shield, Widow's Bite, Hawkeye's Bow, Falcon Wings, Killmonger, Captain America, Pumpkin Bombardment, Fixer. Here's Madame Hydra. Cute. Here's Mountain, Cloak and Dagger. Killmonger, Castle Doom, Force of Vigor. What? Look at this card, man. Look at this card, dude. Look at that. That's so cool. Thanos, the Mad Titan. Wow. These are cool. I like them. I have a feeling we're going to keep selling these for, you know, the next year. That's pretty fun. I like that. Okay. That was close then. What was close? He almost bought all the spots out. It is. He decided at the last second he wanted Paldea Evolved. Okay. Here's going, yeah. Oh, that's funny, man. He must be enjoying this pull. There it goes. A little box topper for you. Is this the top pull? It's got to be up there. I mean, it's really cool. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's grab your box. He's a fun commander to play. Good. All right. Very nice. How much is that Thanos? How much is that Thanos in the window? The one with the waggly tail. So we're going to go ahead and turn this into an $80 card now. And he shall re-enter the box for $90. Dragonite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You know, I almost put his hit card into the back of the slab because my brain said, what if he re-rolls it anyways? And I didn't do it, and I should have just done it. Because you can still do that before the stream is over. This is a chase card. Just wait till next set. All the good commanders go up. There we go. That's why I'm saying, like, it seems like it's a good price right now, so we're getting the restock in. I like the price on these Marvel cards right now. We've seen Marvel cards go, not Marvel, we've seen Magic cards go way higher than the current price. Ready? I like it when they look all uniform. Doesn't that look nice? All right, good luck. So your re-roll is for 16 cards. 16 in a row. Good luck. You might pull double hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not a double hit. It's going to be Dark Jolteon. Well, if you wanted the Dark Jolteon, you pulled him. He's first edition tag, but he's a PSA 7. But that should still be somewhat expensive because vintage cards aren't cheap. So you've gone from a $90 card to a $45 card. That's a down roll. It's still a nice card. You might actually prefer him over the Dragonite, right? Like, this is actual vintage. You could also attempt to regrade this. I believe PSA gave this an 8, and then Tag, when I regraded it, gave it a 7.5. Rough. So here we have Dark Jolteon regrading into a 7.5. What are we thinking here, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt? It's a lovely card. I think your original roll was for 50, so technically you're down by $5, but that's it. You basically still maintain the majority of the value of your money. I have zero knowledge of Magic. Yeah, I'm the same way. I've never played the Magic TCG. I actually did play the Pokemon TCG a lot when I was a kid. And then when Karis and I got back into Pokemon in 2019, I taught her how to play. And we were looking the rules up on the internet. So we were playing together for a little while. But Magic, I've never played it at all. And you got these crossover sets now, the licensing crossover sets. And they look good. Yeah, they look nice. Just re-roll it. Oh, lordy. All right, you got it. 45 shall re-roll into 40. You're scaring me. All right, I hope it re-rolls into a big hit. And we can all go to heaven in a little rowboat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. He goes back in. Dark Jolteon. Now, good luck. So, it should be a reroll for 8. Did I put him back in there for 9? Oh, God, I hope I re-rolled it correctly. 1, 2, 3. Imagine I lose money because I don't re-roll it, like I don't count the number of spots properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I could have checked it before we did that split there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. All right. All's well that ends well. Look at this, everybody. Are you watching this, everybody? Look at this. So he went from a $90 card down to a $45 card, back up to whatever this is. I know the Onyx is good, so he's doing well now. All right. Every reroll can't be a bad reroll, right? Right? Hopefully. Let's see what this is. He goes, just re-roll it with a sad face. Let's see. Just one more re-roll and you'll be in the land of milk and honey. Here's $90 Dusknoir. What? $35 Sandshrew. And look, this is a big one, I'm pretty sure. $75 Onyx. That's wigged. All right, so now you're looking at a much, 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 much better round. What are we thinking about this round? So this guy's from 2021. This guy's pretty old. He's a PSA 9. And this is a Shinji Kanda Sandshrew. What do we want to do here? We got to hurry because it's actually 6:50, okay? We're actually out of time. I know it's... I don't want to be out of time. It's just that we are out of time. Dragon was better. Reroll all. TRG. Oh, says Javier. We have a Mr. Brad order. I see we have a Mr. Reed order. So we got 2 more orders to process. So, and it's 6:50. I'm out of time, actually. It could be the case that we pause rerolls until the next stream tonight. Reroll Darkrai, place Onyx in commission, keep Sandshrew. Okay, so you're going to keep Sandshrew. Looks like Ivan once had it. Or something. Okay, Onyx shall be commission. Consignment. All right. Onyx. Let's see. So he shall say consignment. TRG. Now you want to re-roll this guy. So he re-rolls for $80. Grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So he's 18. He goes back in for 18 spots. I think I did the Jolteon wrong. I don't think I actually re-rolled that one correctly. Now, you get back out of the box 16 spots. You ready? Here goes. Sent for the Onyx. All right, Onyx, I'm going to send him to the side. Now, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 new ones. And this one's going to say 80 on it. And go back in here. And now what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Woo! All right. Well, you're technically still ahead. Wow, rough. That was 16 cold ones. You're technically still ahead. It's a good thing you pulled 3, huh? So you kept the Sandshrew. I think Ivan's buying the Onyx, so you're going to have some store credit. You put 9 in for the Jolteon. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. You know, it's funny. I can't remember those things. They're too... It's like the detail's too small. So the next order actually is Roki Hyun. Pre-grade opinion on the 25th Celebration Pikachu. All right, here goes. Pre-grade. I believe I already formed an opinion about it when I saw it, but we're going to go ahead and bring it back up for you. Where is he? Is he in this baggie? Oh, you got some nice cards in here, man. Oh, look at this, guys. Wow. Here's a Pikachu. You got a pricey bag, Mr. Roki Hyun. All right. You can do it later on if we're running out of time. Now, so what you can see very clearly is on the left side of the card is thinner. This is going to block the card from getting a 10. See, look at that. Thicker on the left side, thinner on the right. We flip it around, and I'm seeing a little whiting right here, some white here, and that one's not perfect. So all in all, I'm going to hand out a 7 to your cute little Pikachu. I'm anticipating multiple downgrades for the grade. If you still wanted to grade it, I would go with the cheapest grading option, probably CGC. That way you don't overspend on it. All right. But I don't know if I'd grade it as a 7 because they're usually not worth very much as a 7. Now I'm going to go ahead and process this Ivan Rodriguez order because it's very simple. This is going to say Ivan Rodriguez on the back. Just takes a second. Ivan Rodriguez, TRG is going to get a payout. Of $56. You start out with $6 more. All right. Wow, pretty nifty. And we have to write that it's sold in the sold channel. So under consignment sold, TRG, Cardos, PSA 9, Onyx, 75. There it goes. You should hang out with us more. Forget your wife. I know. I can't do that, though. You guys don't have a honey pot, so that's the reason. Here's Reed Morin. Mr. Reed Morin, who's been waiting a while. Sorry about the long wait, Reed. 6 more Surging Sparks. You got it, man. Well, this should be some good Surging Sparks, if I can find it. All the way back here. Ugh. Oh, that's Darkness Ablaze. What the hell? What did I just pull? Look at this. I didn't know I had this. What did I pull? Where did that even come from? All right, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. She's listening. The Wi-Fi is about to go out. What? There it is. Sorry, guys, but if you're not about to bounce on it, here's Mr. Reed, who's been waiting a while for his second round of Surging Sparks. We had a busy day, Mr. Reed. A lot of orders. Why English version only gets off-centered Donkey Bomb Bomb cards? Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny you should ask that. Obviously, the card quality is lower with the English ones, right? But that's also part of the reason why they're so much more exciting to get a PSA 10 on. So they're harder to grade PSA 10, and as a result, they sell for more. Here's Togetic. Here's Kilowattrail. Ooh. Do you have more Paldea? Well, we have at least the remainder of that box. I don't know if I have another sealed booster box after that, but I assume I do. And I went ahead and I bought another box, so we should be all right. I think I have another box of it, so if you were to open way more of it, I should be able to fulfill the order. Oh, picking up a little Spheal. That's a very cute Pokemon. I remember he was Gen 3, and he turned into the very ugly Walrein. And I caught one, and he was near the end of the game, and he was like an ice-water type, or maybe just an ice type. All right, Mr. Reed. And he's super nice when you have him as a Spheal. But the moment he turns into a Walrein, he's so ugly that you're like, why do I even have this Pokemon? Also, he's pretty close to Dugong and Seal. Seal Dugong. It's like a remake, like a Pokemon remake. They're like, you know what? The first time we didn't do a good enough job. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Mr. Brad, he says English One Piece OP16. You got it. 2 packs of the OP16s. It is Mr. Brad. Welcome back, Brad. All right. Can still confirm it's wigged. What? What are you talking about? You're up like $56 or $46. We are. Oh, every reroll can't be a hit. It's not possible. It's mathematically not possible. Mathematically, every reroll can't be a hit. It's just, there's no way for that to work out. Mr. Brad, just a couple hollows this time. Let me start your fresh bag. All right. You think sealed or slabs are a better investment? You see, a lot of people assumed it was going to be sealed, and yet we're seeing the slabs go up in price too. What's that all about? Well, think about it. If the chase cards in a set didn't go up in price, why would anyone care about the sealed? So I think they're kind of like joined together, the price tags. They go, if the price of the box goes up too high, people are just going to go buy the chase card. If the chase card gets too expensive, people are going to go open packs. So they're the same product, ultimately. And why do people open packs? Well, they don't just arbitrarily open packs. They open those packs because they're after the chase card. See? So the chase card is the motivation to open them. So if you really want to, you can just go buy some PSA 10s of the best card in the set, and it's going to perform very similarly to the set itself. All right, again, just a reminder, tomorrow there may be no daytime stream. There could be. If it is, it's going to be very early, surprisingly early, because I will not be able to stick around because I have a doctor's appointment. Tonight, we'll be live for the late night Thursday stream. I hope you guys will be there, okay? All right, I'll see you there, everybody. See you later. No giveaway this time. We ran out of time. It's 7 p.m. I got to go.